collect phone numbers, collect them the right way. And that's maybe something we'll talk about is, you have to collect phone numbers under the premise of the TCPA, the Telephone Consumer Protection Act. And that is federal law in the United States that if you send a text message to someone via an auto system, like a software, and they did not opt in, then you can be sued for anywhere from $500 to $1,500 per text message. So, and don't think that no one's going to sue a pizza restaurant with one location. They will. What they'll do is they'll threaten you. You will settle with them before the lawsuit, but now you're out, 10 grand, but at least you're not being sued for, $200 million. So always follow TCPA, Telephone Consumer Protection Act. And there's a lot of nuances, but essentially it's make sure the consumer is the one giving their consent. The consumer is the one taking the action. We see a lot of small businesses. They're like, oh, I have a list of 20,000 people that I purchased from this real estate agent maybe, and I want to send them a text message and ask them for their permission. You can't do that. The consumer has to be the one to initiate the message. So yeah, again, text join to 12345. That's the consumer doing it. Or, the consumer goes to a website, types in their own phone number and opts in. That's pretty much the only way.
And even if you have, you mentioned before, if someone does text join, then you could reply back and say, hey, reply back with your email address. On the flip side of that, if you have an email list, you can include the text in instructions in your email. You could even do one-click button that opens up the message, the native messenger with a pre-populated message for them to send. So there are ways to migrate people that are already in your world that you're already communicating with onto your text list, which would be a great starting point for you, and then go crazy with all of the advertising and the print, and every time you talk to someone and you have it on your t-shirt and your hat and all of that, right?
Exactly. Now, again, the incentivizing the opt-in, if you have an email list, do not expect that if you just email them and say, hey, we now have a text club, join, they will do that. You have to now give another 20% off. If you gave them 10% off on the email, now you have
a complete no-brainer.
Yeah, exactly. So it's, again, the mobile phone is I only have one mobile phone number. I have multiple email addresses, it is the one thing that I protect the most.